Okay, power chords. So this is what we left off with yesterday, and one thing we talked about was what a fifth chord is. What does it mean? So like that first chord there, a C5. So each of these chords tells you the root note. So the root note of a C5 is a C. The root note of a D5 is a D. The root note of an E5 is an E. So each of those chord names is telling you the note you start with. So the 5 is telling you that along with the root note, you are playing the fifth interval of that root note. So you basically just use your major scale for all of this to figure that out. So C5, you play the root note plus the fifth note at the same time. D5, you play the root notes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, play the fifth interval at the same time. E5, play the E, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth interval at the same time. Same thing with the open E. E, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for the root and fifth interval at the same time. F5, same thing. F is the root note. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth interval. Same time. G5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same time. A5. A and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same time. B5 flat 5. This is where it gets a little tricky. You go B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you flat it. So then you got those two notes at the same time. And then you got the same chords going up. So some of the chords you're going to have in two places. Those are the chords you can play at the high octave as well as an open position. So anytime we're going to have an open chord, you will see that done at a high octave and in the open position. So here, starting on the A string, got your C5, D5, E5, F5, G5, A5, open A5, B5 flat 5. And then on the D string, got the C5, D5, open position D5, E5, F5, G5, A5, B5 flat 5. So far, all of these power chords, these fifth chords, besides the B5 flat 5, they all look the same. They always have this shape. So now, going up to start on the G string, the shape is going to look a little different because of the tuning of the guitar. That C5 right here, same thing as this. Same thing as this. Same thing as this. The spread's a little bit bigger, but the notes are the same. That's a C, and that's a G. So that's something important to remember. When you start the two-finger power chord on the G string, it'll look a little different, but the notes are the same. It just looks different because of the guitar's tuning. So we got your C5, D5. That sounds better. Yeah, D5, E5, F5, G5, open G5, A5, and then the B5 flat 5. And then last, starting on the B string, the chord shape is going to go back to the same way. So just that 2 frets apart idea. So you have C5, D5, E5, F5, G5, A5, B5 flat 5, and again, the open position. So, I want you to go through this every day. Say the name of the chord as you go. Pay attention to how it looks, how it sounds. And remember, other thing we looked at was the enharmonics. So going through your natural notes, or not your natural notes, all your notes. So you got your E, F, F sharp, or G flat. That's the same thing. G, and then G sharp or A flat. That's the same thing. A sharp or B flat. Same thing. B natural, C natural, C sharp or D flat. The same thing. D natural, D sharp or E flat, that's the same thing, and then E. So depending on the context, depending on what scale or key or chord we're using, will determine if it's a sharp or a flat. So, let me see. And then the relative major and minor stuff, so we looked at that. So to figure out the relative minor of something, you go down a step and a half. So key of C, we go down so a step and a half to get to A. So A minor, key of A minor is the relative minor of C major. And then we had key of G. So G major, go down a step and a half. E, key of E minor. So just keep those files ready to use, ready to reference. Good idea to have its own folder if you haven't made one yet. And yeah, any questions come up, let me know, and I will see you again next week.